Welcome to a new episode of Bison Insider. I'm your host, Mr. John McLemore, and today I am joined by a very special guest. One of our young professionals has decided to join us on this interview, and please help me welcome Miss Alexus Meuchel. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I almost messed up your name, even though we just had the conversation of how to say that.
I
That was terrible, but that's okay. So
w-
let's start with some really easy questions for you. Where are you from?
well, I was born in Phoenix, Arizona, but I was raised up in Kindred, North Dakota.
Kindred, North Dakota. That's like, I don't even have any clue where that's from.
It's about, I don't know, 5 hours away from Minot.
To the east or to the west? Or to the north or the south?
I think it's to the west. I'm not totally sure. I'm not great with directions.
Is it towards Grand Forks or is it towards Williston?
Towards Grand Forks,
Okay, so that would be to the east. So you're off in the middle of nowhere. Kindred, North
basically.
Dakota. Yeah, okay. So I know that you are not technically in a trade. You are still in what's called the career preparation phase, right?
Yes.
What trade do you plan on taking once you complete that?
My plan is to take CNA.
CNA. Why is that by chance?
Well, I've grown up with helping animals, so I figured why not give it a shot and help human beings this time.
That's true. So can you tell us a little bit about what the career preparation phase is all about?
Um, well, the career preparation phase is basically it's like a pre-class. It basically helps you decide on your short term and your long term and your midterm. It just helps you decide on how far you want to go or how far you want to take your career. Like if you want to take your career halfway or you want to go full way. It really depends on how far you want to take it.
Okay, so it's kind of like an orientation type of class that kind of helps you decide which path to take, right?
Yes.
Okay. So because you mentioned it, and this happens to be something that I usually ask students, what is your short-term goal? Say like 3 months.
Well, my short-term goal would be maybe 4 months, depending on how far I like to go into my career.
Oh, what would be the short-term goal though? Not like as in like how long? Like what would you say would be a personal goal of yours that in the next 3 months you'd like to accomplish?
Um,
Phrase that question very well. I apologize.
I don't have much of personal goals, so I kind of just let it take its course and see what happens.
Okay. Um, let's get to some more silly questions or exciting questions or, some questions that are kind of like, huh? They're designed to make you scratch your head and go, what? Okay, sure. So, what is your favorite sport?
Football.
Football. Okay. So we're talking the American football, like, with the pigskin, or we're talking soccer, like British.
We're talking American football.
Okay. Okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah. Um, how about a favorite food?
Apples.
Okay. Favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. That's a very good color. How about a favorite board game or card game?
Well, if it's a board game, it's going to have to be chess. If it's a card game, it's going to have to be rummy.
Both very good choices. Um, I was really hoping you would not say shoots and ladders, but I believe Miss Nimmy is the one who said she used to play Candyland competitively. That was just kind of a joke, but it still works. Um, all right. Anyways, getting off track, getting off topic. Who would you rather spend the day with? The Avengers or the Justice League?
That's a tricky question. Um, I would have to say the Justice League.
Is there logic behind that, or is it just Just who you feel.
Um, well, I watched the Avengers Endgame. I was not happy with that ending. I cried for several hours. So, I'd have to go with the team that doesn't make me cry for several hours.
Okay, that makes total sense. Um, what would you say is one of your strengths? Like if you were sitting in front of a employer and they said, "Tell me about your strengths," what would you tell them is one of the things that makes you stand out amongst the rest of the people?
Communication.
Okay, can you elaborate a little bit more?
I like to talk a lot. It's one of my natural habits. If I'm not on my phone, which is hardly ever, I'm always talking. Like I will talk about anything.
Okay, so communication is a good thing. I would happen to agree that that's one of those things that you need for any kind of a career, especially with a CNA, because you need to be able to communicate with your patients that you're helping. So
Mhm.
keep exploring and keep expanding on that. What is one thing you miss the most about the center?
I'd have to say the adults.
The adults?
The
Wow.
adults. I I know most people don't say the adults, but I say the adults because adults tend to be my friends first, then actual students do.
So let me clarify for those who are watching who may be kind of confused by what she's saying. If I can take this leniency, you're saying that you miss the staff the most.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can tell you from doing several of these interviews with students, um, we miss you guys too. So we're anxious to get you guys back. So um, we only have a couple more minutes, and I have a couple more questions for you. This one is it's kind of one of those brain teaser things that kind of go, huh, what, why? But we'll see how this goes. So out of these items, I'm going to give you a list of some items, and you tell me which one you think is the most important. I know which one I would pick, but that's just me. So, out of these items, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, or root beer, which do you think is the most important?
Pepsi.
Okay, it's close. I mean, I was going to say Mountain Dew myself. Me personally, I'm a Mountain Dew fan. I can't live without my Mountain Dew. Otherwise, I go crazy. But that's okay. Um, So we have come to the end of our silly questions, and but I do want to give you an opportunity, Alexis, to um, talk to your students for a couple of seconds and give them some positive encouragement, because I know that a lot of people are kind of struggling with this distance learning, being that we're used to being on center and we're used to working together, and I know a lot of people are having trouble. So I wanted to see if you had any words um, to say to your students to kind of help them along.
Well, the most that I would say is, keep your keep your head up, always looking forward. And a quote that I usually go by that I made myself is thou shalt never knock me down, no matter how thou shalt try. So, just keep your head up and keep moving forward.
Wow, that's a very good quote. I like that. And I know that somebody who's listening and who's watching this video, obviously this is recorded, so they'll watch it a little bit later, but that might hit right where they need to be. So I appreciate your willingness to share that those positive words of encouragement to your fellow students. So with that question being asked, that does mean that we are unfortunately out of time. And just want to remind everybody who's watching, if you have missed any of our past episodes, head over to our Facebook page, the Burdick Job Corps Community. That's where we post all of our stuff, all of our news and updates, and any kind of things that we get as far as when things are happening. That's where we post it. Um, and traditionally speaking, I end this in one way. So Alexis, here is your thought for the day. It's a quick thought. So why are skeletons so calm?
Because they never move.
Yeah, close. It's because they don't let anything get under their skin.
That's not bad. A little work, not bad.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, um, all right. Well, back to the drawing board for you, so that's okay. So anybody who's watching this, we just want to remind everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.